Hello and welcome back once again to the title screen of Rollercoaster Tycoon. We've been here so many times, but this time is quite special. Well, actually it isn't really, but then again it is. Why? Because if we take a look over here to the park list, you'll see that all the parks are completed except one. And well, the last one was completed by damage slash. Yeah, I know. Hack and slashing damage, tycooning through the urban park like it wasn't a challenge. And that's the thing. We are about to start the very last park. And I'm not going to say that all of them were without challenge. Some were definitely challenging. I mean, the Three Monkeys park, I mean, well, I kind of derped it up myself by spending way too much time terraforming. But we even had to resort to cheesy advertising campaigns. And then, where was it? The Barony Bridge was also so difficult with... Wow. Oh no, actually it wasn't really. Where was it? I was with the Butterfly Dam. So difficult that we had to resort to ad campaigns. I remember them. All of them. But I also remember the high points. Like, where is it? Utopia Park. And how about the Coaster Crazy Park? Oh, that was a good one. And well, Fun Fortress, Funtopia even. Oh man, that was one of the most beautiful parks if you ask me. And here we are, Geoffrey Gardens. Now, assuming this was supposed to be a challenge, because it is the last park, what I'm thinking is that Geoffrey Gardens over here, this, you know, was only a lead up to the big, ultimate, ultra hard, most challenging park. That's my guess. But I don't know till we are in there. So let's find out. Geoffrey Gardens, the very last park in this very expansion, huh? Let's check out what it is. Alright, we'll pause it. First, a large garden park needs turning into a thriving theme park. Very true. To have at least 2,000. What? 2,000 guests in your park at the end of October, year 4, with a park rating of 600. I mean, 2,000. I'll repeat it again. Oh my. That is... Oh man. 2,000. That is ludicrous. Well, having said that, oh, the park isn't even that big really. It's big. But it's not that big. I can see this being filled up in 4 years in no time, really. Also, I mean, we can't even just, you know, it's not like it's a blank canvas. There's stuff that we would need to do over here, like cutting off certain areas, you know, removing the roads and all that. Oh my good lord. Oh wow. This is going to be difficult, man. I'm telling you right now. 2,000. How on the freaking earth have we ever meant to get 2,000 in... In all honesty, 2,000, man. Alright, I think it's starting to sink in here after I just repeated it for 10 times. Yeah, Geoffrey Gardens. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see what we got here. If we are to make the water transparent and disable this... It isn't small, it's not big. I'd say this qualifies for a medium-sized park. If we are to gather up 2,000 guests in this park, we're gonna have to be building compact style. And I mean truly compact style. We're gonna have to do everything right over here. Because, I'm telling you right now, the aim of this game is going to be to finish this one without those freaking cheesy, cheaty and totally uncool advertising campaigns. That's gonna be a challenge, man, and I won't say I won't use them because I do want to finish this park, but we're gonna try our very best to not use them. It's been tradition, you know, in the damage tycoon park, well, multinational company. Well, actually, I don't know if it's across borders. It could be that there's one country which is extremely lucky with all our parks. But this is going to be a challenge, I can tell you. Well, let's do some further inspection before we get started. I wasn't, I didn't know this park. I hadn't pre-checked it or whatever, or read up on it or watched videos or whatever. But I wasn't off when I say that this is going to be a challenge. It is, it's exactly as I predicted. Anyway, we'll put this back to normal, and this as well. Right, let's check out the rides, because I know for a fact that the infrastructure also needs work. It's not set up, well, that well, though then again, I think maybe we should take a look at this first. See, this entrance bit isn't bad, it's actually rather good. I like it, we're gonna keep it, because it's a lot of flat space, and we could hook up quite a few rides to this. Now, of course, this being the last park, I mean, I should raise the bar for ourselves to the highest so far, and we're going to. This park also needs to be beautiful, but speaking about the layout, well, I guess this is kind of alright, really. It's not that bad. The layout of the path, sure, there are things that I could remove, like over here, this tiny square. Again, there could also be shops and stalls. This, though, this is bad. This needs fixing, but that's alright. We could remove like these inner bits, and then just leave a big loop out there. Maybe also remove these external bits. And same over here, this is also bad. This requires fixing. For the rest, though, it's pretty alright. Well, I'd say that it requires fixing. Is there a path? Hold on, I'm looking at this the wrong way. Yeah, there is, alright. I mean, this middle lane needs to go. For the rest, we could keep it, just as part of the good looks, I guess. Well, this is also fine. So, yeah, like I said, there are some points that need improving in the path. But in general, we could keep the basic layout. That saves us building a lot of path, which isn't that bad. So that we can concentrate on coaster building. And just to give you an idea, we would need to get 550 guests in the park each year. Each year, 550. That's the first, the second, third, and the fourth, the last. That's bad, man. I mean, that's rough. That isn't easy at all. Oh well. So, yeah, the plan is to first start out, we're gonna work our way from the entrance further inwards. So, I guess what we would need over here is slam down rides, start with the coaster, maybe another tracked ride. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna seal it off till this junction over there, and we'll open it up from this point onwards. Probably we'll start with this extension over there, and then make the full round, cutting off every other section, but just and in such a manner we'll keep expanding over here. But man, right, okay, so that's the plan. We've come to that far. Let's take a look at the rides that we got available. This is very important. I don't think we'll be using these two, so consider this tab empty. We have... Ooh, this is a royal hand when it comes to gentle rides. We have miniature go towers and, music, and yeah, this is a lot. So, also, is it just me or... No, I guess the pricing is alright, because I was just thinking, like 592, are you sure? Actually, it seems the rides are rather expensive, though when I see this price, it might not be. Coasters then. This is very important. We're gonna need every one of these coasters, and they all need to be good, they all need to be high in the ratings, and we're gonna need a lot more than these. This is needed, though not at the very start. We could start with this and with you, or with this and with you. I would love to start with you in the steel mini coaster, but yeah, then thrill rides. Alright, nothing bad, nothing exciting. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. So yeah, this needs researching mainly, and this isn't bad actually. We got the majority of these rides, so that's interesting. That's good. Then over here, standard stuff. You know, we got this, we got drinks, we got 2 food stalls. This is enough to keep us going for at least 3 years. We might get complaints that they want more variety, but my guess is that once we're finished researching, you know, if we have 4 years to play around with, we'll probably have plenty of time to also research these, so I'm not too bothered. Anyway, speaking about the research, hello there, eggheads! Even in the last park, I'm constantly gonna be on your heels and directing whatever you do with my money. Or our money, I should say. But it feels mine! I didn't have to do anything for this money, really. No, I don't want ride improvements. Good, that's set up. Then, what we would need is just at the pricing, just in case, you know, well, this is purely, you know, taken from the previous park. Is there any option? I have a feeling there isn't, and this is probably pointless. Yeah, I shouldn't even have bothered checking. Right, now, before we continue, I also want to know what our financial options are over here. Tell me. That's good. It's not too low, it's not crazy high. It's not like we can loan out 20,000, but 15,000 is decent. That's good money for us to loan, and we'll probably need it. Well then, yeah, this was pretty much to be expected. It's a garden, clearly with lacking oh no, actually there isn't any lack of maintenance because the flowers are all watered. However, yeah, that's not that strange with fountains right next to them, but no, there isn't any stuff. And look at this, we even got a graveyard over here. Oh, that's bad actually. This is going to be a nightmare to remove. This is going to take up valuable time that we could spend on building things. And that's the thing, you know, we need to be hit with everything we build. We can't have a miss. It's not hit or miss and alright, we'll have one bad ride, we'll take it and we'll move on, still finish the park. In this park, all the pieces need to be right. So, well, I think our first order of business should be to close off this area here. There. Having done that, we should then get some staff in place. You know, we need at least one of each. That's handyman and mechanics. I'm not talking anything else because there isn't anything else, but we need at least one of each. There. Now you should be good enough to keep the area clean. You can't walk off to any other place, so that's all good. You are our one and only true and all mechanic. Alright, that seems about right. Now I do know one thing, and that is that we would probably in the end we need to keep a line free so that we can make a path that leads up to here. That's going to be a thing that we're gonna want and need at some point. Not for right now, but once the thing is over, once we get the message that guests are lost, we need to keep this line open, so... excuse me there, that was a sneeze. Anyway, so we have our stuff. Another thing that I would like to check, I don't really know, but seeing how we're in a gardens and we, for example, already have a graveyard, we have these, well, these arrow thingies, I would like to know what kind of scenery we have available. None. That means that if I remove this, it's back. Or it's gone forever till we research the theme back, if we can ever do that at all. Right, okay, knowing that, yeah, well, I guess we should get started, man. I'm actually a little bit nervous, you know. I feel like I've got to live up in this park. This is the final park. We need to go out with a bang. Show our best, you know, on the final challenge and rock it hard. And well, that's what we're gonna do. And to, you know, well, a good start is half the effort, as they say. We're gonna start out with the mundane usual things. Well, that's right, shops and stalls, facilities, we're gonna need them. Having said that though, I'm not gonna build, well, I'm gonna build this right at the entrance, but the rest I'm actually going to build over here. So that, well, you know, there's two theories on this, why I would build them over here. One is that if there's guests needing to go to a shop and a stall, they're not gonna come that close to the exit that they all of a sudden think, hey, that's the exit, you know what, why not leave? The other thing is that maybe some guests are, you know, like a bit wandering around, on the verge of leaving, they come across a shop or a stall, and they'll be like, alright, you know what, we'll take some of that and then we'll leave, and then we won't leave. Then again, they might, usually they won't go to shops and stalls till they're either dying of thirst or they're out of money, and that's the only thing they can buy. So we're gonna build it over there. Right, so yeah, let's get the first things in there, right? In Geoffrey Gardens. Oh man, the tension. It's building. Right, well, we need to remove a tree there first. And we'll pause it. Look, that's all that we do. There isn't even a single guest in the park or walking up to it. I have opened it. But that's alright. Now, you know what? We are going to call this Gatehouse Map Supplier. I'm even gonna name the shops and stalls. Never done that before, but it's new for this park. We're gonna go with black and white and grey for the umbrellas. We're gonna start out with the white ones over here. I don't know if our guests are rich or poor. However, that isn't going to deter me from at least initially setting up a $10 pricing over here. So there, look that high, and not the map, of course. And of course, this isn't saved. Great. A Gatehouse Map Supplier. Right. Unpause there, that's saved, and it's open. Good. Now, next thing that we're gonna need is a toilet, and pretty much everything except for this is what we're gonna be placing here in terms of shops and stalls. Well, maybe a souvenir thing, you know, but that's purely for the guests who are already on the way out and think like, alright, you know what, our time's done over here, and we're gonna buy a souvenir as a reminder to such a great and beautiful park. So we'll have the toilet, we'll build that over here, don't want it too far away, so get that there, done. I mean, you'll notice that I'm pausing the game frequently, and that is because I really feel right from the start that there is a big time pressure on this one. So yeah, that's gonna be like this for quite a lot, but I do hope that we will be able to make this without those advertising campaigns. I really hope that we can pull that off. We're gonna call this the this is the bridge, so we're gonna call this the bridge room. Because, well, it's the bathhouse near the, bathhouse, I mean the bathroom near the bridge, so it's the bridge room, huh? Have I? Yeah, I've ticked that on. Good. We will then just put this one right next to it, because we provide sewer recycling. That's what we do there. I know. Alright, we'll call this sewage recycling cans. I've made that joke quite a few times, and each and every time I keep finding it very funny. So then, what do we have over here? Fries or hot dogs? I go with fries any day, if I had a choice. There. That's all fine. We'll open this up. We'll call this potato sticks near the bridge. There. Name doesn't really matter. It's only for if you open it up over here, somehow all the rides and attractions show up the shops and stalls as well. And this is just so that I have a bit of a clearer ID, you know, for myself. I don't really know. It's just a funny thing as well, you know, first park and all that. Or our first time ever in the series, Lost Park I mean. Now, we got the shops installed. I guess what we would now need to do is start planning about and get our rides set up. So what we want right at the very start, and we're not going to build on the bordering line of tiles because of reasons I just explained. What we want is a gentle ride and a thrill ride right over here, right at this very start. So, the gentle ride. And, well, I've learned my lesson from the previous park in that music makes this game quite a bit better. And we've had quite a few quiet starts. I mean, like this video, which has been all quiet except me hurling bad English at your ears. We're gonna add the music to it, you know. So, we'll start out with you. I need to remove a few trees for that one. Oh man, that's actually gonna be quite a big investment, you know, all the tree removal. Not right now, but I can see that mounting up pretty quickly. Now, we're gonna build it over here on the slope partially. We're gonna have the exit over here, and we're gonna have the entrance be around there, leading around it. So, there we are. I want reasonably long queues and exit over here, paths over here, so... There we go, that's that one. Now, we are also going to change support style. I feel that for this park, that is a bit desert style, isn't it? I don't mind though, but the rest is all in wood style. I don't think it fits all that well. I guess this would fit better. It just looks more chic, so to say. Yeah, alright, we'll go with that. As far as the tarmac goes, I feel like... I mean, this is good looking path, you know, it's like natural cobblestone. I guess for the rides, because it's all man-made and not garden-like, we'll go with this, which is just a same color, different style. Yeah, I guess, you know. Alright. Good! Well then, we will quickly hook this up. Yeah, I can see already I like the choice of support style. I like those white fences that the queue paths come with. So. Good. Now the first ride is a fact, and the very first guest, which is magically guest number 10, is entering the park. Who is he? Is he happy? He is. Does he have money? He has 70 bucks. And you want an intensity more than 4, nausea tolerance high. You are like the guest who goes on the extreme ride straight away. You know, you come in, you don't need to build up any tolerance. You don't. You just go in there and it's all good. Anyway, right now I don't really have anything to offer for you, but we might have that in the future. You know what? I'm thinking that perhaps this might be going overboard a little bit. I'll lower it down to 20. That's still high. But see, what I'm thinking is that I mean the novelty factor, you know, the popularity, that just has a fixed time limit on it, you know. I know that at September or October, this one, probably at September actually, this one won't have any guests on it. They'll just think it's not attractive anymore for this price. Now, if we have this set to really long, then that's gonna mean that only X amount of guests can get in it. But if we make the duration so much shorter, more guests will be able to get on it. I don't know if this will affect it being unpopular in September. Like if I do it like this, if I pull that further to us, like in July, it's already unpopular. But we're gonna give it a whirl. If it works out how I want it to, we should end up with more monies. It's always good. Now we're gonna call this the round Corona. There. Is that horse related? I don't know really, but it does sound quite cool. I also think that perhaps we should have a look at changing these to canvas. Nah. Wooden? Nah, you're gonna have plain. I wouldn't mind if we get like some cool entrance and exit styles, but yeah, this is how we're gonna go with it. We do need to give this a bit of a respray. Or do we really need that? I mean, this is just grey, it's not black. Green. You know what, we'll go with the classic colors and then with the brighter yellow. This looks classy. This park needs to be classy. So, on to the next ride, and we're gonna have that be a thrill ride, also spinning around. It's like a spinning entrance really to the park, you know. Now this one, we can set that up different in that it can be built right over here at the border, and wow, you know, it can have different exits. Yeah, alright, I know how we're gonna build this. Oh, good music, man. I so love that music. This is gonna be set up all the way over there. This will be there, so it's quite a compact setup, but I don't mind. Now, let's see. Ooh, they've bought their very first thing. Alright then, that's, well, I wouldn't say profit straight away, but they bought stuff, that's important. Right, time to set up this ride. Now look at that. We haven't done a thing. We got 2 guests in the park, but we've spent, well, a good 2,000 bucks already. This ride though, we will set it up to 18 because, well, that's not even that high and it's bad enough as it is already. Yeah, there's nothing we can change there. The illusion of choice. Provide a drop down with only one option. Yeah. Anyway, this is all set up right. We need to get a name and then a color scheme. Why don't we call this, yeah, no, we're gonna call this the Geoffrey pod. No. How about we call this wind to spin? No. We will call this the, well, usually they call this an octopus, but that's, well, you know what it's called on the fairgrounds in my country. This one clearly doesn't resemble it. So instead, why don't we call this, yeah, we're gonna call this Trifectum. Yeah. Alright, Trifectum. It's actually a decent name for a ride like that. Color scheme isn't going to be red like the other one. We could actually make it red, but then with a lighter tone. Like this. I don't know. Am I a big fan of this? It's yet to be determined. You. Well, actually, looking at it, now it looks like a flesh-made thing. Yeah, why not? I mean, why not? Alright. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go with this one then. Now, one thing that I do realize, and that we haven't gotten just yet, is these. And we do need them, so... there. And we also need these. Just a thing I just now realized. I was like, you know what? This wouldn't do that bad in this park, I think. Anyway, we don't need no entry signs. What we do need is another handy dude to keep this area clean. You know, new ride, and that is going to require a handy dude for the extra vomit work he needs to keep off the paths. Now, I can see streams, hordes of guests pouring in here, and I want to do a check on them to see how wealthy they are. So we're gonna open up a bunch of them. And most of them are pretty happy. You are not. You have, you're an average seeking is. You got 80 bucks, you're quite rich, but you're tired. You are, well, you're one of the gentle rides guests, so I guess it's a good mixture. Pretty rich. You are, oh, you want intense rides with low nausea. You're a peculiar one. With 100 bucks. Alright, this is the trigger point for me. Our guests are rich. We can maintain the pricing of our mats and the prices for our toilets. We can make lots of money of them, which we will need to do. More than 4. Yeah, alright, Thrill Seeker. You are also a peculiar one, but the rich one. It seems that the one where that we hit first with the $70 is actually a poor sort, really. Well, most of the guests are pretty rich. I think the range is like from 70 to 100. That's not bad, really, but yeah, I think that, you know, our guests are loaded, and we got 4 years and, well, soon loads and loads of rides to spoil them on. But, yeah, this last park, I know we haven't done much and we're still in March year 1. But this is the last park. I really want to do this right, so I'm taking my sweet time with it. And, well, next time we'll build more. But that is for exactly next time. So see you then.